How's it going, guys? Today I got another top 10 video for you. Today we're going to be doing some movies, so I really hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and top it off with number 10. Alright guys, so at number 10 I got Monty Python and the Holy Grail. According to IMDb, it is King Arthur and his knights embark on a low-budget search for the Grail, encountering many silly obstacles. This was a movie made back in 1975, guys, but I can guarantee you will get a lot of laughs out of it. I've watched it countless times, and I can still watch it to this day and get chuckled like every single time I watch that movie. It's like so silly and so stupid, but there's something so ingenious about the silliness of the movie that just never gets old. So if you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. Alright guys, so at number 9 I got the Blade series. It is a half vampire, half mortal man becomes a protector of the mortal race while slaying evil vampires. And the first one came out in 1998. And for some reason I thought it had come out way before then because it looks really 90s. But for some reason I've always liked that series. There's 3 movies and it's kind of cheesy, kind of predictable type of thing. But for some reason that was like one of the first vampire movies that I really got into. So for me it just like became an instant love, and I've watched those movies I don't know how many times now, but they're a fun watch, and I would definitely recommend watching them. It's definitely better than Twilight, I can say that much. Alright guys, so at number 8 I have a pretty new movie called Chef. It is a chef who loses his restaurant job, starts up a food truck in an effort to reclaim his creative promise while piecing back together his estranged family. This was back in 2014, so it's a pretty recent movie. I found it on Netflix, actually. I didn't go to see it in theaters. I didn't even know that it existed, and I'm so glad I watched it. Like, it's one of those movies that's just a really good, feel-good movie. Like, I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, and I've seen it multiple times since I've seen it. So if you have Netflix, and hopefully it's still on there, please check it out. It's a really good movie, guys. Number 7. Gotta put Jurassic Park in the mix, right? During a preview tour, a theme park suffers a major breakdown that allows its cloned dinosaur exhibits to run amok. And the first one came out in 1993. There's been 2 more after that, and then a 4th one is going to be coming out pretty soon. So I'm really excited for that movie. That's pretty much the only movie I'm excited for to come out soon. But Jurassic Park is just one of those movies that I grew up with, and I can remember being super into dinosaurs and being super scared watching those movies for the first time because they just looked so real and it was so unlike anything else that I'd seen before. So if you've waited this long to see Jurassic Park, you need to get on it. It's great. Number 6, I got Pacific Rim. It is, as a war breaks between humankind and monstrous sea creatures, and it wages on, a former pilot and a trainee are paired up to drive a seemingly obsolete special weapon in a desperate effort to save the world from the apocalypse. Okay, that description is like pretty horrible sounding, but basically all you need to know about that is it's like Gundam meets Godzilla, and it is badass. Like, I went to go see that movie, and I remember like just enjoying it so much because the graphics were amazing, and it was it just had really good character development, and like it was just memorable. And it's just a badass movie to watch if you really want to have a good time. So if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. Number 5. I gotta put a Quentin Tarantino movie in here because I love all his work, but the one that I like the most has got to be the Kill Bill series. It is The bride awakens from a 4-year coma. The child she carried in her womb is gone. Now she must wreak vengeance on the team of assassins who betrayed her, a team she was once part of. And the first one was in 2003. There's 2 movies, Volume 1 and Volume 2. They're both equally good. Quentin Tarantino's style is very violent, very bloody, very gory. And the dialogue between characters and character development is by far like one of the best. So I've seen those movies countless times. I've owned them for a long time now, and they never get old for me. They're always a good watch, and they're just really good movies. So you got to watch them, guys. All right, guys. At number 4, yes, I know, Star Wars, right? Typical nerd response. And many of the options in this list are probably pretty nerdy too. But you can't deny the power of Star Wars. Star Wars is just good, guys. From the very first movie from 1977, it is Luke Skywalker joins forces with a Jedi Knight, a cocky pilot, a Wookiee, and 2 droids to save the universe from the Empire's world-destroying battle station, while also attempting to rescue Princess Leia from the evil Darth Vader. That's pretty accurate, I'd say. But I mean, spanning across 6 movies with another 3 on the way, you got to be doing something right. And there's nothing quite as satisfying as watching all 6 Star Wars movies. I mean, it's just good sci-fi action, and it has a good story. Everything looks great, and they're classics. And you just can't get old with that. Like, they're just that good. Again, guys, typical decision, right? But at number 3, I had to go with Harry Potter. Why Harry Potter? Just because, like, there's nothing else like it. It was a widely popular book, and it's just good. Like, it's just good movies. And even if you hate on it for being like such a popular thing, you can't help but like it. I mean, the description here: rescued from the outrageous neglect of his aunt and uncle, a young boy with a great destiny proves his worth while attending Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Like, what? There's nothing else like that, guys. Like, it's just badass. And the movies take a really dark turn towards the end, and I like that. And it's not all fun and games, and I don't know. Like, I really enjoyed all the movies, and I own all the movies, so that should tell you something too. Okay, guys, number 2, probably high on a lot of people's lists, is The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. As for The Lord of the Rings, it is a meek hobbit of the Shire and 8 companions set out on a journey to Mount Doom to destroy the One Ring and the Dark Lord Sauron. The first one, Fellowship of the Ring, came out in 2001, and there are 2 more Lord of the Rings movies after that. And then they released the Hobbit series, which was 3 movies as well, as a prelude to Lord of the Rings. And its description, the first one of The Hobbit, is: a reluctant hobbit, Bilbo Baggins, sets out to the lonely mountain with a spirited group of dwarves to reclaim their mountain home and the gold within it from the dragon Smaug. And that one came out in 2012, and they just finished the last one recently. Excellent movies. Very much like fantasy fiction stuff, and they're classics as far as like the books go, and the movies completely did them justice, I think. I love the movies, and I've watched them over and over. I have all the movies, and I'm sad to see that it's actually over, but they just did a really, really well-rounded job with that series. And if you haven't gotten around to watching all 6 movies, you really need to do so. Okay, guys, here we go. I got number 1 for you, and a lot of people haven't even seen this movie, which really surprises me because it's such a great movie, in my opinion anyway. I got to put The Last Samurai as number 1. It's been my favorite movie for a long time now. Um, it is an American military advisor embraces the samurai culture he was hired to destroy after he is captured in battle. From 2003. It's starring Tom Cruise and a bunch of Japanese actors. And honestly, guys, it's one of the few movies that like pulls on my emotional side every time. It is an amazing movie. And whether it's because I'm very much into Japanese culture and things like that, but it's just an amazing movie. I'm not really the biggest Tom Cruise fan, but he absolutely kills it in that film. Um, Gotta give him props for that. The scenery is beautiful, the dialogue is beautiful, the story is awesome. Just everything came together so well in that movie. And I've watched it probably close to 30 times now, and I still get that emotional attachment that I did the first time. So that's number one, guys. Uh, you gotta go out and watch that movie. And to finish off, guys, I have the notable mentions list. I'm sure I left some out because there's so many movies out there that I enjoy. And like I said before, if there's a movie that you enjoy that I didn't put on the list, put it down in the comments. I want to see what you guys think. What's your favorite movie? Um, but yeah, guys, I had to really narrow it down for this one, and I really hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.